scheduled for the champ. Kicks things off here for your viewing pleasure.
Your baseball analogy, Brian, one of the hardest things to do is hit a fast. Bivol hasn't got the knockout, and he started off destroying. It's going to be a lot more difficult.
Last 3 fights, Isaac, so already calm and landing a right hand to the body. That was Bivol won 10 or 11 of those rounds. He outlanded Joe Smith.
Yeah, Joe Smith Jr. almost got a home run.
Okay, Sergio, but let's not act like Isaac Chilemba think that Bivol did enough to step on the gas to go for a knockout. Same guy that I saw against, say, Sullivan Barrera.
I mean, he's a highlight reel. He's different.
I think you both made good points there. I have that round even. You walk away, but if you want to gain a bigger fan base, so far Castillo doing. And you can see Sergio, he's trying to solve
the second test for Dmitry Bivol, that's for sure. Especially.
And you wait the main event, Alexander Usyk, amateur, so highly accomplished, extremely skilled. Made that first round to Bivol.
Bivol beats you with his.
You wonder if after
that midsection of Castillo as well. Castillo's a little bit taller, has a little
jabbers in the game. He throws 33 jabs per round through there in round 1. He's well above average in the jabs landed. And he's calm too, Sergio. I mean, you see that calm presence.
A patient, precise puncher.
Getting it down. Stunned him with a hook, dropped him in the 5th round. You know, he lost it.
Marcus Campos, an Olympian. It's a southpaw.
Into the corner. Takes a good long there. Travels up. Jab right hand by Bivol.
Wary of that power. Castillo.
Bivol has to respect that reach and that pop.
Hard shots there by Castillo. You know, it's funny. Bivol against Joe's
brains, you have to have a chin, you have to have heart. We discovered that Dmitry.
You saw right there, KSI and Logan Paul will go at it again in the on the undercard there too, right, fellas?
Devin Haney be on the undercard.
Tell you, Haney is spectacular. Castillo and Bivol, bit of a surprise given that Bivol. It's not apples to apples. Again, you fight a guy 6 foot. It's not that easy.
Bivol started this round throwing the jab downstairs in the midsection.
Castillo smiles. You're going to need that in the rounds, especially it will be that he's in fantastic condition.
There's another reason, because I can stab him downstairs. It takes leg strength, but you can
move forward here, get another jab to the body. One thing we spoke about a lot in that last fight, Sergio, and also just his intuition in knowing when he was.
That's one of the best things that Dmitry Bivol does is
round 3. Let's go to corner trades.
Thank you, BK. Jose Bonilla. So work the body, be a little bit more active. But there's
faces Alexander Usyk next week. At this point, it seems like he's doing enough to win these rounds.
It has been that jab to the gut, but he needs to continue.
The co-feature here, again, Alexander Usyk in our main. Castillo, he's had 2 fights since losing to Mark Hook there. Bivol with the scoring shot.
I will be interested to go the distance.
Because he's doing well.
Bivol that's pressing whatever action you're seeing at this point.
That's the type of gap that he's landed. Punches eaten, basically. Bivol is elusive on one side and then offensive. As we get ready for semi-legendary, was that he whacked.
He was a NBC Sports Network for a while, but that was an HBO fight.
Power with both hands. He still has one, yet that smaller man is the middleweight champion of the world. Feature all 4 rounds according to Chris Maddox, going to Dmitry. Interesting too, Sergio and Chris touched on it, that Castillo's I've got to win a round, or is it possible for me to drop Bivol?
He's paying off right here because he's not intimidated by the shot.
Now, okay, when you're losing round after round, what is his corner
significant win in your career? That's something.
That's what we're metaphor. Just shot at the title. Brian Kenny with Sergio Mora, Chris Maddox. We promised in this fight. Put him to work again, beaten by Bivol, driving Castillo back.
Punching really sharply with counter punches. Really catching and countering really sharp ability of Lenin Castillo.
Now Castillo is doing what he does. It's just not as frequently as you need to.
I like that right hand out there. You can't land 2 shots up.
Fires back once he ate a little leather. He comes back firing. Final seconds, round 5, main event. Like it would just, the place would explode. Remember that?
Well, Mayweather, if I remember correctly.
That's where it just sprang to mind. It's like, wow, you had different color gloves. Who got the advantage? Is he gonna go in the ring? If he's in the ring, we're good.
Sometimes they're tight and you got to break them in. And we have a hard time.
Dmitry Bivol defending his title against Lenin Castillo. Down goes Castillo.
Seven. Hey, come on.
Opportunity. A lot of time left. Half the distance in.
Acknowledge each other when Castillo's on the floor.
Let's see if Bivol gets what he tries.
I think it's an opportunity here. Create that mandate.
Well, knockdown, though. Let's just point that out. That was gorgeous.
It was a be careful as well. So you can't just go in there looking for the knockout because Castillo.
Bivol just put him down. No question there. Big knockdown by Bivol. Bivol with 6.
So Castillo's a little hesitant to throw that jab now.
6. Just controlling this fight. Big knockdown in the 6th. Having the knockdown in the 6th round, Dmitry Bivol seemingly winning every. Action gets a little wider, and then you leave a slight hands up like that constantly, and absorb trying to flip him around. So you know that slow start that he had? Well, that's where I'm down. Castillo is standing there, but he is losing.
Been doing a good job timing the jabs from Castillo. That's
Castillo able to answer. That is the first time Castillo land more scoring shots. Again, these aren't doing big.
Castillo's content on Bivol's chin right there, so he's just waiting on a counter.
We just knocked the guy down in spectacular fashion. We're good. Bivol's corner. He said, hey man, let's get this guy out. He said, hey, let's just keep winning these rounds.
Castillo this round with a sharp catching left. Again,
this will be the test again in the 10th round. But I'll just say that punch that Joe Smith generation has to be complete at this level.
Protect yourself.
Last 62 rounds. And again, it's cleanly.
That's what he does so quick. Jab and sharp laser right hand like he dropped Castillo with.
Long way to go in this fight. And I go back to what he did. And those punches we're seeing right now put Barrera down. A little defensive there.
Take it easy. No, people will say that, Chris. This guy's knocking people out. Better BF starts his guys. Get a signature move. Still continues to come forward. It is his big chance. Opportunity of his career.
I think we have to probably question. Dmitry Bivol is 6 foot super middleweight in Bivol.
Still playing there. So
Because look, when he started out starching guys, of course, on the way up, and now that's a little smaller than most of these.
See, that's the Chris Maddox. Steve Smoke is going to have to take a point away soon.
He's just a small light heavyweight.
Just how much more aggressive.
He's pitching a shutout, Bivol is. So look, he doesn't have to really, when he has to open up, he has no choice to steal all night. And that's the counter shots that I've been telling you that he's been really sharp with.
2 minutes left and huge advantage in the jab. He's able to put that over the top. At a certain point, smell when that will happen. If you're Castillo trying to figure out.
It's a 6, 7, or 8 round. And now we're getting close to the championship. This is the first time that we see Bivol locking up the entire round.
Able to snap back Castillo's head.
There's another catch.
Just makes everything. Brings up focus to the whole division. In this division, but it'd be great if you could get one.
Sometimes it's normal. But to get those other top guys into the main.
Wanted that translated. We got it. Round 10, championship rounds here. Light heavyweight Lenin Castillo in the black. Castillo putting up a underline at this point. Bivol does not quite have that. It's been masterful, but it's not easy for him.
Serve him more well, but right here he's having a difficult time. He's a big light heavyweight.
68. I think there are better fights for him there if he could, or should
Howard Smith, who's looking for a big fight at 160. If these guys are looking for a significant fight, it's a light heavyweight.
Starts the same for Bivol. Would like a little more action. Get high all the way back with a stiff jab by Castillo.
Castillo
might recognize, might bring about that opportunity.
You do have to get creative to make yourself a big star. Drop down, roll the dice,
The downfall, I'd say, of this on the board, they started going down.
Stay back.
Usyk
Stay back.
moving
Stay
up to
back.
heavyweight tonight in our 11th round scheduled for 12. Can he beat guys who are 270 pounds, who are 6'7",
in part because there aren't going to be too many. If you want to get into the semantics, the WWE Ruiz Joshua fight, whoever comes out of that fight will roll the dice against the guy like Usyk. We saw it happen with Tyson Fury after the Vladimir Klitschko fight.
That's a shame. We want to see Usyk. We were talking about, hey, what's going to fight? Ruiz was terrific every minute of every round, except for the bonded with Cubs and NHL great. This is good fight time. Look, there's a again, you've got fighters from Russia and Ukraine. Knockdown in the 6th here in round. Good shot right hand by Bivol.
Took his counters, and right there, Bivol landed with a good overhand right. Castillo to open up with that counter, just like he did right there.
Right after, is that, don't risk it, keep your focus, but don't. He's got a convincing win once again to get a big fight, but Bivol doing his job, no question.
Against Barrera, he came out up big, knowing he was up big.
It's the first round where Castillo had the advantage there in the post-12th round. Get in there with some of the other champions at once. It's a good matchup.
Hands like
It's going to be a pretty good chess match. But eventually, that'll be Castillo with his last chance here to make.
He's content with what he's doing. I think he got the respect of Bivol, because that's what Castillo was looking for. Is a title fight, but Bivol, it is a chance of the lifetime for a title shot.
Bivol. So Castillo did try with the right hand, doing it short. Bivol doing it while Bivol's throwing punches. It's a dominant performance by Dmitry. Bivol drops under the right hand there in the final seconds and looks to punch.